How's the crack clashers? Preacher03 here, coming from AIG, and I've got a video here today on some DE farming using queen walks. I'm going to show a few videos about a tactic for being in just below Champions League for getting 4 to 6k DE per raid. That's around 3k base DE, and then picking up about 900 to 1000 more as the loot bonus. So I'll go through some basics with the Arch Queen and with the Queen Walk. As you see, consummate professional, I start this by dropping an actual archer and then the queen in just behind. The Arch Queen walk that I've been doing involves 4 healers. These are level 4, obviously it's now level 5, just released with the new update. And I want to go over a few things just as this queen walk starts off, and I talk about what particular aims I'm trying to get when I do my queen walk, over the kind of things that you can use to develop your queen walk, what kind of defenses you have. So the first thing, obviously, with your 4 healers is you can then also drop a rage on top. If you rage the healers, they do 200 times the normal healing power they would do, and that's going to push the amount of defense way up. So here we go. We see her getting knocked a little bit down by those 3-point defenses, a cannon, an arch tower, and a Tesla that was, but dropping the rage pushes that health back right back up. The second thing that you can use to help push on with your Arch Queens, obviously, is the Arch Queen's ability. The Arch Queen has about a 5-tile range, so she can shoot over a wall and a building next to it, and if there's one building adjacent to that, so on the next tile over, she can hit that building in 2. So for example, we'll come to a better example in the actual videos themselves. At the moment, it was very easy for her to get to that Arch Queen out top. So you have the rage, you have the Arch Queen's ability, which is the second thing, which allows you to, which when you press sends the Arch Queen invisible for a few seconds, and also increases her health a little. She rages, so her attacks are much more powerful, and she produces a few archers as well. The third thing that you have to support your Arch Queen is poison. Poison can be really helpful to take out clan castle troops or take out heroes the Arch Queen might be going up against. And the last thing to remember when you're doing the Arch Queen is you can use support troops as well. I've got an example of where I do this later on in these raids, where I'm under attack. The healers are actually being taken out by an air defense. As the air defense is targeting the healers, I can get a few loons in to go and take out that air defense, which works quite well. The rest of this raiding technique that I'm using, along with this Arch Queen walk to start off with, is 1 Lava Hound, 20 loons, 3 or 4 wizards, which I use especially for funneling, directing the Arch Queen, a few minions, and a few archers. Let's go and look at the second raid, and I will talk a little bit about you could just see there the loot bonus that I was getting. So that's 160,000 gold, 160,000 elixir, and almost 1,000 Dark Elixir. So there's 5.2 thousand DE on this base, and my aim in this instance is to get, with my Queen Walk, is to get 1 air defense, and if I can, the Arch Queen as well. Obviously if I can get 2 air defenses or more, that's even better. But I'm looking to try and get 1 air defense with my Queen Walk, and then I will come in at the 2nd and 3rd air defense with, I'll come in the 2nd air defense with my Lava Hound, followed up by loons, and I hope that my Lava Hound will push on to a 2nd air defense, which I can then get with loons as well. If I can take down 3 air defenses in this way, and the loons will clear most of my other defenses, and I should be able to pick up the massive amount of loot. Now I wanted my Arch Queen to path down to the east side, but I didn't get this quite right, and the air defense starts targeting healers, so I can send in a couple of loons over on this side with a haste to get them past the air sweeper to take down this air defense, which will keep my healers alive a little bit longer. So the thing you really want to watch out for with your Archer Queen is point defenses. Point defenses are the ones that are really going to cause you real problems. I find with an Archer Queen, she's about level 20, but with these 3 healers, I find that Archer Queen with 4 healers, 3 or 4 healers behind her, 4 healer Archer Queen can take 2 point defenses, a cannon and an arch tower, and won't have too many problems dealing with those. Now we find the 3rd point defense is really going to start knocking down her health quickly. So if she isn't targeting one of those point defenses, if she isn't about to start taking one out, then you're going to need to use the ability, or you're going to need to use a rage. So 2 archer, 2 air defenses, 2 arch towers, 2 cannons will be fine. The 3rd one, a Tesla, or she goes into the range of an Expo, then you're really in trouble. So I'm basically doing some cleanup here now. I've finished off most of the defences on the west side of the base. The loons will pick up those. Dropped in my Barbarian King to do a little bit of a cleanup on the east side. And the Archer Queen has now locked onto their Archer Queen and has picked up the DE storage. I'm running out of time, only 8 seconds left. But picking up really nice DE as this loot goes on, this raid goes on. So I've got 2 more raids for you now. And let's talk a little bit about the trophies level that you want to be at and what kind of bases you want to choose for this strategy to work. So this was a perfect example of a base to hit. I'm looking ideally for Town Hall 9s or Town Hall 10s that have been left for a while and have gone a little bit derelict. I drop my Archer Queen, this top point up here with the healers in behind, and then I use a wizard to knock out these 2 buildings on the west side of her, which will funnel her down to the east. As you can see, she's now being hit by those 2 cannons. This is what I was talking about earlier. That's not too much of a problem. 2 cannons will be absolutely fine. The Tesla and the cannon is okay. The healers will be able to keep an eye on that. We're starting to get a little bit low now, and so I need the rage to push her back up. That will also help her take out that air defense a little bit quicker. I want her raged up healers as well at this stage, because I want her to go into the section of the base with the Arch Queen on, and I want her to have a good bar of health for taking out these 2 heroes, which will do fine if she has full health. So there, and now got the Arch Queen and a Tesla on her, but she's just about okay. Rage up again, that takes down the Arch Queen and the Tesla. We've got 1 more Tesla, but the rage on the healers, pushing her through this section. So I've used 2 rages already. Now starts the second portion of the attack, as I said. So I drop in my Lava Hound and then a few loons. Lava Hound is now going to path all the way across the base. Drop in, spread a few more loons around. I'm particularly now looking to get this final air defense down here on the bottom, and so Lava Hound goes in, but I've got rage loons coming in behind, and the air defense only gets off a single shot. I'm looking for abandoned Town Hall 9s and abandoned Town Hall 10s, preferably that don't have Expos or Infernos up. And if they don't have either of those, this is a 100% strategy, or one where you can take down the total base and get your full loot reward as well, which is really, really nice. There'll be about 600k in each one of the 600k of gold and of elixir, and also 2.7k minimum DE in full DE collectors. Let's just speed through this last little bit of the raid. In terms of trophies, that's something I started a little bit earlier. I'm up in, I think it's called Legends League, which is 2,600 trophies up to 3,200. Takes a little bit of a push to get up from Crystal to there, but what's really helpful with this is the loot bonus. 1,000 DE, or 960 per raid, is fantastic when you're using a quite expensive Lava Hound in your attack. Now here we've got again 3 point defenses coming in, so we need the Rage. She can only take 2 point defenses. 3 is a little too much, and so the Rage healers are going to need it to be pushed through that section. Archer Queen goes down early on in a raid like this, and it's game over. There's really nothing you can do. Being raged up again is really helpful because that pushes her through the section with the Archer Queen. I've got my objective now though for my Queen Walk, so that's fantastic, and I'm thinking about starting the second portion of the raid, because I've taken out their Arch Queen and I've taken out 1 air defense as well. So next bit I will start coming over from the east side with my loons and my hound. So drop in a few loons here to get rid of that trailing archer tower, and then rage my loons into this first air defense. I want to try and keep the health on my hound fairly high at that stage, ideally around half, and then drop in my second load of loons and raid them into that second air defense. If you can pull this off fairly well, then there should be enough health still in your loons, and enough of them to get you through to that 4th air defense. Archer Queen gets distracted by a hound that comes out the CC, but thankfully I had a few hogs there in my CC, and they go through and take out that last air defense for me. Ideally in your CC for this raid you want a poison and maybe either 1 other Lava Hound, if you're really lucky, or 6 level 6 or above loons. So only 14 seconds now, but all of the good stuff right in the core of this base. They were trying to save it and be greedy, but they're not even going to get close. 6 seconds, all gone. That's 480, and 5,000 DE. So that is my DE raiding strategy. It's a very similar army to the one I used down at the bottom of the screen here, so it's about 250, 300,000 in elixir cost, and then because of the lava hound that goes in there as well, about 500 DE per raid. But if you're making 4 to 6 DE per attack, you're still pushing 3.5 to 4.5, 5.5 DE per raid. Thanks for watching this video. Preacher out.